Welcome back to part 4 of our review for Joytoy's Crazy Reload SUV. Just for a second, I want to make some corrections. In part 3, in the beginning of the video, I first called it part 2 and then correct myself as part 3. I just want to let you know that the assembly video was part 3, and I apologize for my misspoke. This is just a free, this isn't scripted, I just say whatever whenever we make these videos. So, and also one other thing was that I would forget to mention, because part 3 is the actual assembly video, I forgot to show you guys how to put it on the spare tire. But it's okay, because if you're watching these videos, you know, as a playlist that I'm creating, it'll run right together. I didn't actually forget. I kind of forgot to mention, because I'm trying to keep the videos under 30 minutes. I was going to leave this off and then show you guys at the end of this video, because this video is going to be about playability and, you know, put some figures in the back, take a look at how they look, how they fit, you know. So, but with the tire on, it's going to take up a lot of visual space. So before we finish this video, I will show you how to put this on. It's very simple and it takes about a couple seconds. Okay? So, if there's any confusion about that, I apologize. Okay, anyhow, so we have our crazy SUV here. And here is a Joytoy figure. So we're going to use my Delta Force here. And for this case, I think they'll be perfect. And we'll use a Marauder Task Force figure. And we'll do a G.I. Joe, because obviously this is something that can be used for your G.I. Joe line. So I picked out Scarlet, which is relatively smaller, and the larger figure for Roadblock. And we'll use my Marauder Task Force Custom General figure that I've been working on. I have a review up for if you're interested in checking that out. So anyway, we'll try to keep this video relatively short, under 15 minutes if we can, and call it a day. So playability wise, you know, you have multiple, you know, first off is, bring this up, on a hard surface, this thing vibrates when you roll it. So it's going to knock your figures around. So look for that. It's because of the nubbies here on the tires. It is what it is. It's just the design. So here is the cockpit here. We use this side, and because there's plenty of room on both sides there. So first off, we will try to stick one of our Joytoy figures in. So I always like tilt my head in first, get his head in, and that's how he fits perfectly in there. Try to keep this from blaring, but it is dark in there. Too bad we have any lights. And that's how he looks, how he fits. Here is the Baroness. She sits really nice in there. There is a lot of space. So what I'm basically going to do to try to show you how much space is in there, if you do have some of these figures with the old style backpacks that are actually attached to the vest that you can't take off, you can actually get these guys in there. That's a lot of space. But they don't look great, but they do fit. Because you can't, if you want to take off your vest every time you put your figure in, it's probably one of the figures that is going to be a problem for you. So as you can see, he does fit, but he's kind of like standing up a little bit. So he's also going to be a problem, this style figure with the old style backpacks for your back seats. So we'll take a look at that here shortly when we get back there. And let's see if we can get a nice picture shot, I should say, of Roadblock sitting in there. Now you always can take off the top piece if you want to help with to get your figures positioned. And there's Roadblock. Roadblock from the Walmart Retro series. It's quite large. So So he does fit. So his panels, and they just fall off. So remember, be careful with this. So this is a roll cage. I am going to slide this off so we can get some visual, okay? So one of the things we would want to look at was these guys with the old style backpacks. I mean, they just get in the way, regardless of your, I mean, he'll fit there, but you, to try to get in, you're basically going to have to stagger these figures like this in the back. Put one leg between the other figure's legs to get them to fit if you want 4 of these. So, to try not to fight with this all day, just use a smaller figure like the Baroness. So you can get him back there, but he takes up space. So let's get him out of there, because that's something to keep in mind there. Here is a roadblock. The Baroness for some G.I. Joes. I'll try to use Scarlet, but she has that split leg issue. When she sits, she spreads her legs like this. In this case, it might be a good thing because of the way you have to seat them. Sit Scarlet back there, Baroness here. However you want to seat them. For example, here is another of the Delta Force guys that sit really, really nice. And here is our Task Force General. You more likely probably put him up front. He does fit. I'll show you that shortly. This kind of fits in like so. Yeah, see, it's just a domino effect with some of these guys. And as you can see what happens when you're playing with them, pieces fall off if you don't glue them. If you want to go that route. Okay, let's try to throw this on real quick. Give you an idea what that looks like. I'll just go inside, remember. And that panel falls off. So give you an idea. I want to see how well these guys stay when you're rolling it. They're pretty steady. Yeah, they stay seated pretty well. So, just I wanted to show you guys. His hat is kind of a bigger issue, but before Marauder Task Force figure, no problem. Nice seating. Fits really nice. So we'll leave him in there for now. And go to the back. Now, y'all also might have noticed, Baroness, what are you doing? Get out of there. Destro's not going to be happy. Yeah, see how she slid from the actual rolling around. I'm not pushing down on it, I'm just setting it. I probably should. These seats maybe have to be glued in also. Alright. Just trying to get to set there for a minute. Alright. So, one thing I was trying to show you was these little weapons crates that come with the figures recently can go here. And that's how that looks. And of course, yeah, so these panels are definitely going to be a pain if you guys are playing in the back of this thing. That's how that looks. So that one came with the, if you're interested in the orange one, that came with that Ghost Squadron set that's very questionable while buying. So you want to check out my video for that. There is a green one that comes with the Delta Force ones. These things actually do stack in the back of there. You could probably get, 3 maybe. And I just pushed up on it. So that's kind of how that looks. So you don't have to use the orange one. But on the box, when you buy this, this looks like the same color as that. It's not. This is more of a dirty yellow, and that's orange. So there's a significant difference there. So we are going to take that off. Take out the girls. And this piece, because we want to take a look at the top here. So we have a hatch. And let's see what we can do with. So I'm betting what's going to happen. Some of your figures, these thigh pads are going to get in the way. There are some larger than the others. So let's see, he fits relatively good. For some reason it doesn't feel like he's all the way down, which he's not. Okay, he lost his hat in there somewhere. But I can see his feet hanging there. So let me take a look. So I'll knock everything over. What's keeping him from going down inside there? And it is what I suspected. It is the actual, that popped off. It is actually his thigh pads. So that's what that would look like. So if you have ones with the wider thigh pads, you're gonna have to remove those to put those in there. So we're gonna take Scarlet and see what Scarlet looks like. How far? Yeah, I mean she's got her feet on that platform, and you barely can see her head. So if there's actually fit down in there. Let's see if this general fits down inside there. Just give me 1 second. I gotta reposition his legs. Yeah, so when they're properly in there, you're barely seeing the top of their head. So I did not know right off the bat we had to remove the actual thigh pads. Do not have anything at this point where I can take those off without heating anything. So we'll put that back. We will put this back position, and I will show you how to put the spare tire. So you have 2 round holes here and a little notch there. So a little notch goes there, and here's little balls. You want to put that on. So you want to start with this top notch. Okay, then since I got that on, you just come down here, take your thumb on both sides, and you want to get on that ball and push it on. There you go. There's actually snap in. They're the only parts that do. So that's what that looks like. It's a very large piece. Takes up a lot of visual. So if you're actually interested, that is a 1/18 scale Crazy Reader SUV. This is a 1/16 scale from Bruder that I bought for my Force Recon Joytoy figures. And this is how they scale. There's the height. The SUV is actually taller. Sorry about the small visual like I hear. There's a very little room here. See if I can pick this camera up. But that's what that looks like. Oh, the green Land Rover is 1/16 scale, and the Crazy Reload's 1/18 scale. But you can see how well they work together. Very nice. Okay, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this mini series for the Crazy Reload SUV from Joytoy. Do I recommend this? Yeah, with caution. It's cool. I find myself more worried about breaking the thing when I'm playing with it, like putting figures in it or just rolling around, whatever. I feel like I'm more worried about breaking it and enjoying it because of the, the materials. So when you get yours, you just have to figure out, first of all, do you want to glue the piece together? Where to put your water decals at, what the figures you want to use it for, and then be knowledgeable of where you're going to put your figures, like because of those thigh pads, because there are different size thigh pads for different figures. So if you guys enjoy everything, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd really appreciate it that you consider doing that. If you have, thank you so much. Hopefully you enjoy this mini series, and we will definitely see you in our next review. Thanks so much for watching.